Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your another session of your online classes. Children, we started with lesson number 9, Force and Laws of Motion. Today is the second part of the lesson, and children, in my previous topic, I taught you about the force. From today onwards, we are going to take the second part of the lesson, Laws of Motion. So let's begin with our topic, Laws of Motion. Now, children, this concept of different laws of motion were introduced by different scientists from time to time, but finally they are being named after the famous scientist Isaac Newton. So we call them as laws of motion, or we also call them as Newton's laws of motion. So children, let us study what is the statement given by Newton's first law of motion. Now, children, before I start teaching you the concept, okay, you all must be going out for playing. Now, children, when you play in a ground, you must be observing that there are different stones that are there on the ground. Some are very small, but I'm talking about the bigger one. I'm talking about the bigger objects that are near your playground. It can be a tree, it can be a huge rock, it can be some other building, construction work, even the road. Okay, and children, you had been playing in that playground for years together, and you must be wondering that those huge buildings, those huge construction, those huge stones, they remain in their position for years and years, right? So same concept is being taken up by Newton's first law. What does Newton's first law says that every object continues to be in its state. Every object, it continues to be in its state. Now children, when I am saying state here, please do not get confused by Gujarat Maharashtra or by solid liquid. Here, when I use the word state, means I am talking about either rest or in a uniform motion, right? So what does Newton's first law says that? Newton's first law says that an object continues to be in its state of rest or uniform motion until and unless an external unbalanced force is not applied. So, so same thing I was saying, that those huge things which are there near your house or your playground, they will remain there until and unless some external unbalanced force tries to change their state. Same way, children, there are different heavenly bodies. They keep on moving, and they will continue until and unless an external unbalanced force is not applied, so that they are able to change the state. Now children, here some common examples I will give you. Now you all must be loving to play. You all must be loving to play cricket, right? Girls, boys, they both of them love this game. You all must be loving to play children football. Now in these two particular game, what happens? Now in a game of cricket, when a batsman hits the ball keeps on moving, and in case there is no fielder in that particular part of the ground, we find that the ball slowly reduces speed, and after a particular time it comes to the rest. Then you may ask me, ma'am, if Newton law says that an object continues to be in its state, then why that ball stops after some time? Children, similar thing happens even with the football also. If you kick it very hard, right, it will not go the same how it was shown in that movie, how once Jadoo kicks the football and the ball never stopped, right? Such thing happened only in the movie, but in the real time you will find that the football will go and it will stop after some time, because children, there are some external force already acting on the ball. In my previous topic, I told you that force cannot be seen but it can be felt. Right? So there is a frictional force which is provided by the ground. There is a frictional fluid force which is also applied by the air, then there is also a gravitational force which every object feels, right? So due to these three forces, that cricket ball or the football stops after some time. So I hope children you are able to understand the first law of motion, right? Now children, from first law of motion we also derive a new concept, and that concept is called as inertia. What is mean by inertia? Inertia is a property possessed by every object. What is inertia? It is the property which is possessed by every object to resist any change in its state, either of rest or uniform motion. So inertia, what inertia says, same concept is also said by Newton's first law. So Newton's first law is also known as Newton's law of inertia. Again I am repeating, inertia is a tendency of a body to oppose or resist any change in its state. That state can be rest or it can be uniform. And same concept is taken by Newton's first law also. So, so Newton's first law is also known as Newton's law of inertia. Now children, inertia. I hope you have understood what is meant by inertia. Inertia, it's of three types. Inertia of motion, inertia of rest, and inertia of direction. Okay, I'll give you examples of all these three concepts and you will be able to understand. And from now onwards, whatever activity you will be doing, try to classify them as either it comes under inertia of motion or inertia of rest or inertia of direction. If you are moving or you are at rest, means either of these three condition is applicable there, right? And children, net is not available, so I'm not able to produce you the suitable pictures, but as soon as the net connectivity is back, I'll take this whole concept again and explain you with very beautiful and lively diagrams so that you understand them in a better way. Now let us take some examples of inertia of rest. Now children, I don't know how many of you have sat in the bus, but all nowadays young children, they prefer to sit in a car, right? So let's say that you are sitting in a car, right? And when the car starts, what happened? We tend to fall back. It's next time whenever you sit in a car or in a bus or in a train, trains are not working. So children, whenever you sit in a bus or in a car, try to observe this first particular point. Now, why do we fall back? Let us understand. Now children, when you sit in a bus or in a car, what happens? The lower part of your body is in contact with the bus or with the car, and the upper part, the abdominal part, shoulder and your head, they are not in contact with the four wheeler. Now when the bus comes in action, the lower part of your body also comes in action, but the upper part of your body is left behind. That is why we feel a jerk, but it is not left behind. Okay, immediately in fraction of second we are okay, we our body is able to cope up with that. Now children, you all must be having carpet at your home. Now in the winter season, what do? We keep it in a hot sun and we beat it, right? Not to give take out our anger on it, but to remove the dust. So when we hit it, the dust particle which are sitting and taking rest there, they get moved away. Okay. Now when a bullet is fired from a gun, right, and when and it is able to make a very small hole through the glass, but at the same time, if a stone is used, the whole window pane breaks up into small pieces. Hmm. Now, this again, fourth example, very common example. You must be doing this with some fruit trees, I'm sure. Now, children, if a tree is there, especially jamun tree, children, jamun is broken like this only, right? So, what do? We shake the whole tree very vigorously. हम जोर से पेड़ को shake कर देते हैं, है ना? And due to this, what happens? The jamun which are at the rest, they get a jerk and they fall down, right? Now, fifth one also you must have played in your classrooms and at your home. टेक सम स्टैक्स ऑफ द कॉइन, ठीक है, कुछ कॉइन्स लीजिए और उनको एक के ऊपर एक रख दीजिए और एकदम झटके के साथ with a very quick reaction children take out a one coin from the lowest and whole pile of the coin will remain intact, but if you do it slowly then whole will fall down. Children, I think you all must be playing those games, right? Sattu, Pitolia, I don't know what you call it in Gujarati, but in all those games also we have the same trick here, right? Let us take next topic, inertia of motion. Now, when a bus is already in motion, right? When a car is already in motion and let's say you are sleeping, children, and all of the sudden there is an application of a brake, you will have it, your upper part of your body will fall forward, right? The reason is again lower part of the body is in contact with the car or with the bus, so as the bus stops the lower part also stops, but the upper portion of the body is not in 100% contact with the bus, so it moves ahead, right? Now, you must have seen, children, while boarding a bus or a train, there are some over smart people who try to get inside the moving train or bus before it actually starts, or they try to get out of the moving bus or a train when it is going to stop. So do not copy those stunts, children. They are very much risky and harmful. So, children, when a person is coming out from a moving train, he has to move. He has to jump forward, right? Then only he'll be able to save. But if he falls at the right angle, then he is going to fall towards the train, and that particular person may meet an accident. Okay. Now you must have seen, children, when you go for a long journey, when you go for a picnic, right? So what do? We take all the extra luggage and put it on our car roof and tie it nicely. If we do not tie it, what will happen, children? Due to the inertia of rest, they will be left somewhere behind, and due to inertia of motion, our car will go ahead. I hope, children, you are able to enjoy these examples. Now, coming to the next is inertia of direction. Now, children, this all this you must have felt when you have gone to some amusing park, right? All this thing can be felt very nicely. Or children, if you have ever visited some hilly stations like Kulu Manali, or if you have gone to Mount Abu or Saputara, what happened? We get many curved roads, right? And when we get a curved road, what happened? We also tend to fall towards the center of the curve. If the curve is towards the right hand side, so we will fall toward the right hand side. If it is toward the left hand side, so we will fall left hand side. Not out of the bus, but in the bus only our body will try to get curved, right? And this second point, I don't know how many of you must have noticed, children. uh, like, and such people are also not much available nowadays. Now, children, previously what used to happen, if our knife, they loosen their sharpening, so a person used to come with a grinding wheel and he used to sharpen them. And children, when that process of sharpening is done, sparks are produced. Now these sparks, they are exactly tangential. I hope you remember the word tangential. I told you in lesson number 8. Okay. And the last example is when a stone is tied, right, to a string, and you move it very fast, but by default, suppose the thread breaks in between, the stone is going to fly tangentially, and someone is going to get hit, and your complaint may reach your home. So children, do not try all these things unnecessarily to invite trouble for you. I hope you have understood what is meant by Newton's first law, what is inertia, what are these three things: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of change of direction. Children, all these things are asked in the exams, and these all are the concepts that you should know being the student of science. Mm, Tomorrow I'll take your second law. Please write down the notes And children, I hope you are preparing for your periodic test, which is going to approach very soon. Thank you and God bless you.